Tesla gave you multi-phase power, he gave you AC power, the practical transmission of electrical power, the rotating electromagnetic field that made motors and generators possible, and so he literally helped you bring in the electrical 20th century. Had it not been for Nikola Tesla, your cities would still be dark, you still would not have electric power, and you'd still be struggling around in the dark. So yes, Nikola Tesla was important to us. Had we listened to Tesla about the other parts of the magic wave he had discovered, he would have given us cheap energy. I delivered a paper in Ottawa, Canada, where I gave the actual mechanism by which his amplified transmitter, his magnifying transmitter, actually worked. There are over 1,000 papers in the scientific literature that show that mechanism is real. It would have worked, and he could have given the world cheap energy. You could not, however, have had a power meter on that you sell it to folks. They could have tapped it cheaply and freely just for building the antennas and putting in the taps. And so the powers that be suppressed Tesla and Tesla's work because of the fact that he was going to get the power meter off of your power. He would have given you cheap energy and cheap power and clean power. He did give you radio, he gave you fluorescent lights, he gave you the things that made motors and generators, and he gave you the electrical 20th century. He would have given you a lot more had we listened to Tesla and funded him.
Tesla's advanced knowledge of the laws of electricity and magnetism, combined with his ability to put them into practice, gave him foresight into the next generation of electronics with regard to light and its structure. He was an ambitious man who was a great favorite in society, where he would show a light bulb in his hand burning without any electrical connection. Tesla said, "I could only achieve success in my life through self-discipline, and I applied it until my wish and my will became one."
He was a magnificent genius, and had he been funded to continue his work, the world would have been 100 years further in science than it is today. Here some 80 years later, so to speak, after the collapse of his magnifying transmitter, and here we are trying to rediscover what Nikola Tesla was doing right at the turn of the century. And so we're almost a century behind where we should be. That's the importance of Nikola Tesla.